Fire Emblem Engage has been out for a couple of weeks now. I recently finished the game over on my Twitch channel. Tired of me plugging it? Me too! Unfortunately, I'm not big on the internet yet, so over at twitch.tv/Claire_Fluffle, of course Claire with a K, and there were a few common trends of the playthrough. Panette and Ike destroyed everything. I missed a lot of 80% thanks to chain attacking, and Alfred... Okay, look, I know what you're all expecting me to say. Haha, Alfred, bad. No, he actually turned out real good in my playthrough, but that's honestly irrelevant to what I want to talk about. I know, gameplay snob Claire Fluffle is saying that, but hear me out here. Alfred is like a puppy. Alright, now obviously I don't mean literally. He's just a big little dude, but the longer the game went on and the more Alfred existed, the more frequent I was shouting things like, Alfred's such a cute little puppy! Oh my god! During my streams. Now, if Alfred turned out to be a big little dude that just so happened to have puppy ears or something, Wave 2 DLC, I wouldn't complain. I'd prefer that to anything else, I mean, look at me. But regardless of how he looks on the outside, on the inside, he's such a puppy! He acts just like one and I love him! Now, it's easy to just say that he's friendly and move on, but plenty of characters are friendly that don't evoke such strong pupper energy like Alfred, or at the very least, the image of puppies that many people love to share, myself included. Yeah, maybe I should have specified that a little earlier, whatever. So long as you're given the video watch time, works for me. Also, like, comment, and ring the notification bell after subscribing because all of those things really help me out. Thank you. It's also easy to say that he's one note, and since he's so basic, you can project puppy peculiarities onto him. And to that I say, you are wrong. Almost this entire cast is actually phenomenal, and not one note, including Alfred. I will die on this hill, by the way. The story has ups and downs, but the characters, I think, are some of the overall best in the series. Again, including Alfred. So what is it about Alfred that makes him so puppy? Well, the good news for you is that I am going to explain it to you, since that's the whole point of the video. Yay! Yay. Also, I won't be spoiling anything about, like, the super endgame, but I will be talking about a lot of the story events, including things that are close to the endgame. Okay, cool, let's start. For starters, yeah, I know I said Alfred wasn't just very friendly, but he is very friendly. Dogs, or bare minimum most kinds of dogs, tend to be friendly, unless raised otherwise. There are, like I said, exceptions, like with everything in life, but what sets Alfred apart and makes this comparison more specific is his loving, nearly infinite sense of trust he has in others. For example, in the story, Alfred and Alir are the ones that discover Yunaka as a thief trying to run away with Micaiah's emblem ring. While Alir is the one who suggests that Yunaka joins, it's not like Alfred isn't on board with the idea. And more directly, in his sea support with Yunaka,
think about it, chum. I could be an enemy spy.
Probably not, though. I trust you.
Forsooth, silly lad. Whence comes this unearned confidence? Have you never once been betrayed, swindled, double-crossed, bamboozled?
I get that question a lot.
Gets that question a lot, he says.
Or in his support with Diamant, when Diamant tells him, as much as he enjoys being friends, he has to put his country first, and will go to war with Alfred's if it ever comes to that. It's honestly some pretty heavy stuff. But what's Alfred's response?
Well, I mean, everyone from Brodia seems so nice. I can't speak for the whole kingdom, but all the Brodians I've met were nice enough. I don't think they want a war over nothing. I think things are gonna work out. I trust the good folks of Brodia that way.
You trust in the goodwill of others? Even the citizens of neighboring kingdoms?
People are people, no matter where they're from. Is trusting in them so bad?
It's honestly very touching, and while I could go on about how much I love Alfred's consistency with just believing in the best of other people, we have to keep it relevant. What I just said is keeping it relevant though, so yay. But Alfred doesn't just stop at loving others. He wants to make them happy. He doesn't know how, but darn it, he's gonna try his best. Again, I really like that about him, but for an example to tie him specifically to that puppy image that I can't get out of my head, while also tying it back to the Yunaka support from earlier, hey, he has this to say when she's still questioning why he trusts her.
Let it be unfair then. I'm fine with that. I'm fine not knowing her past, too. I trust you, Yunaka. I always will.
Come on, Alfred.
I don't have to explain why I trust you. Just like you don't have to prove that I should trust you.
So not only is this like swoon, but also this does wind up doing wonders for making Yunaka happy. Similarly, while she doesn't show it as much, Alfred helps out Ivy a couple of times in their supports. When Ivy says she owes him and can't have that since they are both royalty, he responds like you'd expect at this point.
Look, I don't think of this as a pay me back someday situation. This is just what allies do. When I see you're in a spot, I help out. You don't owe me for that. None of my friends do.
You just trust people? You really are naive.
Guilty as charged. But there's a lot of upsides to being naive.
I suppose I can find inspiration in that.
He cares more about making his friends happy than getting anything in return, and oh god, he's so sweet. Now, while these are good examples and all, you do have to dig a little bit to get to them. But not as deep as Alfred and the well he plans on building, because people want water. God, he's so cute. But still, is there anything more surface level? Why, yes. In particular, Alfred loves to run around and is very easily excitable. He talks a lot about going on runs, be it something more casual, like with Alir.
As my totally regular friend, what do you say we do laps around the atrium together?
Laps. As in running? Right now?
No time like the present. Off we go!
No, wait just a moment. I haven't even agreed. Alfred! Alfred!
Or for a moment more emotionally in touch, like with Vale.
You know what? This sounds too tough to leave behind, even with the help of a good run. So, every mile or two, try a few sets of push-ups. That ought to do the trick. And if you add some crunches, you'll be golden. I guarantee you a good night's sleep after that.
I don't think my problems can be solved by push-ups or crunches.
Of course. You know that. And I know that. You probably won't ever forget all that stuff you told me about. But you've got to give yourself a break sometimes, right? If you don't set your troubles down every now and then, they'll crush you.
You're right, Alfred. Thank you so much. You know, I think I might want to go for a run. Will you come with me? Please?
Just say the word. I'd be happy to push you so hard you can't think of anything else. It's what I do best.
I feel like the whole Alfred Vale support really ties this point home, but I'm not going to be coming back to it since I don't even know if people like Vale. Do people like Vale? I like Vale. I think she's cute. But Alfred's cuter, so back to him. He's real easy to rile up, like in his support with Amber.
This quest is worth undertaking as long as you believe it is. Do you believe, Prince Alfred?
You're darn right I believe. You've worked too hard tracking this down for me to doubt you. All right then, where do we find this Sue protein?
Honestly, if we're specifically talking about him being easily excitable and loving to run around, there are so many examples to choose from since these are some of the more basic personality traits of his. They do, however, lead nicely into the next puppy trait of his. Yeah, no, there is definitely more where this came from. I came prepared, trust me. When Alfred makes other people sad, he gets really sad. Now, this is actually a part of him I can really relate to. Obviously, again, look at me in a video talking about puppies and all, but my mind tends to do this thing a lot where I just get really self-depreciative if I inconvenience someone else, especially a friend. And Alfred is no stranger to this. He definitely goes too far at times, like with Alir.
Oh no, I am so sorry. I had a hard time telling when you were asleep, so I just kept going. I was only trying to help, but wow, this really didn't pan out. Maybe I'm not worthy of being your friend.
That's rather extreme.
I always try to keep things light, but I feel awful right now. I need a jog to clear my head.
Or just immediately blames himself for a problem, like with Vander.
Vander, I owe you an apology.
An apology? What for?
I messed up big time. If I'd been quicker about getting to Lethos, I could have saved Queen Lumera. I know the Queen meant a lot to you. I'm really sorry she's gone.
You are mistaken, Prince Alfred. If there is blame to cast, I bear as much as you. More, in fact, as I was her retainer. So you see, you have nothing to apologize for.
But I...
Without your presence, Prince Alfred, our losses may have been even greater. As I see it, I have ample reason to thank you and none to resent you.
Well, if you say so. Happy to help.
Or even when things are a little bit goofier and he doesn't really quite get the joke, like with Tamara.
I thought if I tried Solm stuff, I'd get to know Solm's people.
So then tell me, does this mean you're planning to invade?
Not at all. I swear, I'm learning all this so I can help bring our countries together.
Yeah, I know. I'm just yanking your chain.
Many people are bound to get upset with him, or he's overthinking things, or people just like to tease him, but he very much takes this all to heart. You could argue that these traits apply to really any animal, and even a lot of kinds of people, but there is a reason that the term is called puppy dog eyes. Hello? If I saw Alfred giving me puppy dog eyes, I just think I would explode from the cuteness overload, but oh my god, that would be really cute, huh? Sorry. Anyway, next point. While Alfred is far from the smartest, my favorite example of his density being in his sea support with Celine.
I overheard the kitchen staff this morning complaining that there wasn't enough water. So I'm digging a well for them.
Pardon? Alfred, if the water supply is low, there's a river nearby we can fetch more from. What possessed you to decide that the solution to the problem was to dig a well?
Hey, you're right. That's using your noggin.
I'm sorry. I just want to talk about this real quick. I love that so much. There's water literally in the Somniel, but he's just so excited to help that he decides, oh, I'll build a well. I just thought it was really funny. Anyway, with examples like that and...
Boucheron is reading a book, not seeing how this is building muscle. The book isn't even a hardcover.
No! Poor little Fifi.
Now he's crying. What a softie.
It's clear to see that he's not the most book smart, shall we say. There is probably a better word for that, but what really matters is how emotionally intelligent that Alfred actually is. He's very aware of what makes people happy, like how he discusses the windflowers with Vander.
There's some real good-looking windflowers, I'll give you that. When I gaze at them, I have the strangest feeling that Queen Lumera is here at my side.
I know just what you mean. I wanted you to see the windflowers too, Prince Alfred.
Thanks. It means a lot, you know?
Or just wanting to keep a happy image of him so that other people don't get worried, as is demonstrated in his really emotional ace support with Celine.
Alfred? What's wrong?
Don't worry, Celine. It's just an attack. It'll pass soon.
An attack? Is it your old illness?
I was doing so well. That part of my life was supposed to be long gone.
Wait here. I'll fetch someone at once.
No, stop!
What? Why should I?
I don't want anyone to see me like this. Not our allies, the emblems, or the Divine Dragon. I can't let them see this. A weak prince unfit to fight who could collapse any day?
None of them would see you that way. They're far too gracious for that.
But I would still know. And besides, I don't want them to worry about me. As far as they're concerned, I want to be the spirited prince who loves working out. Just let me rest for a while. I'll be fine. Please, Celine.
Very well. But know that if your condition ever worsens, I will seek help.
Thanks.
But with his emotional awareness, excitability, and friendliness comes another very important trait. Yeah, he's super nice, but can he be un-nice? No, not really. Now, puppies can be mean. This is a part of the sad reality that we live in. I don't believe it, but for case of argument, in a broader scale, people generally see cute little puppies and, right or wrong, understand that they don't have any meanness in them. Alfred absolutely fits that bill. Celine calls him a barbarian, for example, and what is his response?
Huh, what a nice thing to say. Thanks, Celine.
How did that strike you as a compliment?
You meant that I've got muscles all over like a barbarian, right? That's real praise, even if you're just saying it because I'm your brother.
God, I love that support. Etienne makes him disgusting food because she thought throwing together anything in a bowl would make it edible and help him get stronger. And after being told basically what I just said, his response?
Unbelievable. You waited until I could try it first before having any for yourself? I'm touched, Etienne.
It's all part of the job.
And then, once he eats it?
One thing's for sure. It's not fit for human consumption.
I was afraid of that.
He's so happy about it. There is no mean in this cute little puppy. But the last thing, which is, once again, something that can be traced to any animal, but something that everyone associates with dogs, you won't find anybody in this entire game as loyal as Alfred. If he likes you, he will believe in you to the very end. I don't want to get too deep into story-specific spoilers, even though I talked about Vale already, haha, oops. His entire support line with Boucheron is this aspect of him incarnate, primarily in the B and the A supports. Boucheron notices in their A support that fishing bores Alfred and tells him, hey, it's fine if you don't want to do this. But as Alfred explains,
Because it's a way to spend time with you, Boucheron.
I see.
We've always been close, but lately we haven't gotten much alone time. I'm doing my best to savor moments like this. So I'll sit here and keep fishing. Even if neither of us catches anything, it's fine with me.
Aww. Or in Etier's A support, when Alfred tells Etier his mom thought she'd make a great queen, and then they have a good laugh about it. They say,
Apologies to Queen Ev, but I can't picture it, no matter how hard I try.
Me neither. I try to imagine us as anything but what we are now, and my brain freezes up.
I know what you mean. Our bond as prince and retainer is too strong to be anything else.
Workout partners too, don't forget that.
Always, Prince Alfred.
aww. Or, to wrap it all the way back to the start, Nunaka's A support again.
Where I'd be if I hadn't heard Micaiah's voice in that ring. I wouldn't be here at all, would I? It's kind of unnerving to think this great change in my life hinged completely on a coincidence.
Nah, it's no coincidence that you're one of us now. It's just you being you.
What do you mean?
You're here because you wanted Micaiah's wish to come true. Thanks to your big heart, we're allies now. I'm glad to have you on the team.
Oh, shuckers, Alfred.
Oh, I'm just gonna explode from the cute overload now. So, what was the point of this video? Why did I have an intense urge to talk for, I don't know, however long this video is, about why Alfred shares personality traits with what dog fans associate mostly with puppies? Honestly, I don't know. I stand by my points, and for sure, all of the times I shouted about Alfred being a puppy on stream were justified. But making a whole YouTube video out of it? I don't know, I hope you enjoyed? I wouldn't mind talking about other characters, although really I want to dive deep into their gameplay performance and how they can stack up on playthroughs of Hard and Manning. This game is actually insane with how deep the mechanics are. I really adore it. Engage is one of the most fun Fire Emblem games ever. Also, if you still aren't convinced about the whole Alfred puppy thing, then check out this line of his.
You know me, I act, then maybe I think. Not the other way around.
He's a puppy, okay?